Businesses are evolving, markets and customers are changing. To keep pace with this change, organizations and business leaders are embarking upon various digital transformation journey. Bridgestone, a premium name in the tyre industry, is one of them. They have put their strategy through execution for digital transformation at the forefront of their agenda. I have the pleasure today to host Jyotsna Sharma, the CFO and CIO of Bridgestone India, and my own fellow colleague and partner Abhijit Majumdar, who drives digital transformation agenda for various large enterprises. Welcome.
Thank you, Sharma.
Jyotsna, Bridgestone has had a wonderful run in this country. You also operate in a very highly sensitive and price-sensitive market. Your customer demands are changing every day. When you embarked upon this transformation journey, what were those triggers that came from customers which you had to take into your fold to challenge business models and navigate through your organizations to create an edge in the market?
So Shamik, if you see organizations like us, particularly multinationals in a competitive space, have a couple of strengths. One is of course their product which runs them through, but most important is a channel partner. And to be able to drive both of them, what is required is agility and ability to drive and transform for the future. And at Bridgestone, I think that has been the key around any transformation journey within Bridgestone, whether it is digital, whether it is production or people transformation. And since I had the finance and IT function, it has been a wonderful experience to drive the digital transformation for the organization. Now, the core of digital transformation for the organization certainly started with a focus on the customer. And since we are on B2B business, our channel partners become the most important aspect of the transformation. So it's very important, and it had become very important to focus on competitive strengths around what are the digital journey of our competitors. The understanding from our own channel partners as to what are their expectations and desires to support them to sell better for us. And last but not least, to understand our own internal ability strengths, both in terms of the entire approach towards transformation. So keeping all these three into mind, we decided to focus on few but quick resulting, quick impacting journeys to carry on the digital transformation. And they were primarily focused on the customer. So let's say C4C or sales-led transformations, making the customer journey easy by entire collection process easing, or to the dealer portal automation process. So these were the types of transformations that we drove in our initial phases to get the quick benefit, to be able to prove that transformation does impact positively on the top line and the bottom line.
Thanks, Jyotsna. That's a great tee off to this conversation. Let me come to Abhijit, my own colleague. So Abhijit, we heard Jyotsna talking about outcomes. What made us the outcome partner of choice for them? What did we do differently for Bridgestone?
Yeah, Shomik, this transformation journey at Bridgestone has probably two parts. We started off with a technology transformation roadmap in about 2018-19, and that allowed us to engage very deeply with their business and technology leadership to develop a holistic roadmap for them, which had business outcomes at the heart of it, technology linkages, and very objective outcomes. We also supported Bridgestone in carrying out this strategy to execution by setting up the Transformation Management Office and leading that for several months and then handing it over to them. Over the course of the next couple of years, about 40 odd initiatives got implemented, many of them by us and some by other implementers. But in the end, the results were very objectively assessed, and we could actually see a significant shift in business outcomes that resulted as an outcome of this transformation. The second phase of this story is when Bridgestone re-engaged us for taking them to make them fit for future as the second part of their transformation journey. Overall, if I summarize, the things that worked well for us is developing a strategy which had business at the heart of it, which was outcome oriented. It had a strategy to transformation linkage, and it also embedded outside-in views that we got for Bridgestone.
Thanks Abhijit. Fascinating story about what Bridgestone has done. Brings me back to you, Jyotsna. You mentioned about being customer focused, and that's one thing that is probably a boardroom agenda for any business. Because customers are changing, the profiles of customers are changing, the way they want to get serviced are changing, the way they want to buy products are changing, and transformation is a journey. How do you build the culture of transformation in the large organization like yours so that this focus of outcome, focus of keeping the execution at the heart of it is continuously something that you keep monitoring to navigate the business challenge?
Very well thought through, Shobhik. Basically, I think any transformation is driven by people, and to have the right mindset, right partners, and right support to drive the transformation becomes extremely easy. For us, it was first of all to select a right partner to support, drive the transformation, because internally I think these types of transformations cannot be well handled to execution. And fortunately for us, we looked at partners who can be not just as consultants, but would be our partner through the journey until the end of the transformation, and transformation never ends.
True.
So that has been the approach. What was the best part of it was the values of our consulting partners, the approach of our consulting partners, and the understanding of Bridgestone business by the partners was the biggest advantage that we had. And that certainly got a lot of acceptability in driving the transformation. It was done inclusively, it was done with focus, and it was done at a pace which was just right for the organization. So I would say that has been the core of success of execution at the organization. So the first phase when we did the transformation journey, which was for 3 years, and I would say it has stayed its course, because usually any projects or journeys which last for that longer period tend to lose their objective or sight. But the digital transformation journey at Bridgestone, which was started with the customer focus but then also equally moved to internal focus, really excited the whole people inside Bridgestone. And as we said, we started with few customer facing applications, but internally many more came up and things started moving like by itself. And it continues to the extent that we thought, yes, now we need to move to the next phase of transformation. Mm-hmm. And the journey for mapping the next 4 to 5 years of transformation is coming up even much more exciting, because once you have the foundation, once you have the excitement, passion, understanding by people, and when they visualize the future, I think that's what makes this journey really running by itself. You don't need to drive it beyond. And that's what exactly is what we managed to do, is to get people excited by it. And the partners whom we selected just made it happen in the right way. So PwC has been a partner through this journey.
Thanks, Jyotsna, and we were honored to be a part of this journey with you. Learned a lot, I must say, in this journey as well. That brings me to a very different question to Abhijit. Abhijit, Jyotsna spoke about various aspects of this journey, people, customer, business changing, markets. So there must have been different challenges, there must have been different enablers. How did you bring those to life, working together to make this transformation come to life?
Shomik, very nice question. For a transformation that spans about 5 years, as you can imagine, there would have been multiple challenges as well as enablers. Let me talk about the challenges first. When we developed the transformation strategy, some of these initiatives were really at the leading edge of both business concepts and technology. So getting them together at some times was a challenge, but we eventually worked it around. We also created new intellectual property in the process, and how to handle them also became a challenge, and we somehow managed to overcome that as well. But most importantly, getting people energized and be part of it for such a long duration of time and giving them measurable benefits, I think was the most important challenge that we overcame together. Now let me talk to you about some of the enablers we had. First and foremost, we had great leadership, vision and support, right from the MD to the CFO, CIO and everyone in the leadership team that enabled this whole transformation all along. Secondly, we got a whole plethora of competencies, management consulting, technology consulting, risk consulting, tax advisory services, all to come in and build holistic solutions for Bridgestone. That also acted as a differentiator for us. And thirdly, in the whole process, we brought a whole lot of business understanding, not only of Bridgestone's business, but also from outside and other industries, which made sure that these all worked together and enabled this whole transformation. In summary, I think what worked as a differentiator for all of us was that we worked together closely with all levels of Bridgestone. We brought in the technology view, we understood the business, and we stayed the course from strategy to execution together as partners. I think that gave a true value of the trust and the confidence to Bridgestone, and we stayed on the course.
Thanks, Abhijit. I must say that great job done. But as I just mentioned before, transformation is a journey, and Jyotsna also reflected on that. So Jyotsna, if I may just ask you a question, that any such project would never be smooth. It will go through its bumpy rides, rough edges, and there are lessons to learn. But still, staying on the course with sharp focus on execution. Any learnings that you would like to share with us that we all can learn from?
Yeah, certainly. Shamik, most important aspect of any transformation, as I said, is people. So having a collaborative approach, involving the people, understanding their needs, because any transformation is meant to be for the good. It is meant to be futuristic. So it's extremely important to involve the people to first understand the journey. Because if you just start implementing the plans, it might get lost.
True.
So really give them the long-term view, get them involved in the big picture, and show them their role in how they are going to transform. That has been one of the key aspect of this project. So I think we have mobilized almost 200 to 300 leaders at every point in time, taking them to the stages of progress and its impact. That's one thing. The second important thing is, in our day-to-day world, we all are professionals, but we are sort of specialized. After a particular time, you lose focus on what's happening new in the market. It's very important to add value to your people. And the way you can add value is by exposing them to what's turning around, what's coming new in the market. And that's the best way to engage consultants, different consultants, to expose them that where your competition is moving, what is your standing in comparison to the competition, which really triggers that passion in them that, no, I want to move ahead. So I think that is another aspect that we kept as a focus point on how to educate our people to be able to be on the course of their journey. And finally, of course, being the CFO, it was very easy for me to draw out the budgets. So all of these combinations, collaboration with my peers, with my colleagues down the line, getting them understand the long-term journey, and then supporting all through has been the reason how we could drive this so successfully.
So nicely articulated, Jyotsna, and thanks for sharing the story with us. And Abhijit, thanks for engaging with such a prestigious institution to create a difference. For me, I would say 3 takeaways, and very well laid down by Jyotsna, which actually aligns with PwC purpose: human-led technology transformation. So people at the center of things. How do you expose them to reskill? How do you ensure that they are part of your journey? Well articulated, and really, it resonates with what we think in PwC and our purpose. Number 2, I think the way you articulated by making it all-encompassing for the organization and not someone's job, but get so many people exposed to the journey, and the leadership commit to drive it, created the difference, and choosing the right take, of course, keeping business at the heart of it. I would say that, for many organizations who want to embark on this digital transformation journey, these are the small nuggets. And what we did in this journey from PwC was to bring the community of solvers to add value to drive sustained outcome for Bridgestone.